Hello YouTube, back again with the build update. Before we had the Crosshair 350D. Well, lo and behold, I finally upgraded the graphics cards. I got rid of the GTX 770 OC 4 gigabytes, and I decided to get the WindForce Gigabyte 980 Ti Extremes. I don't know if y'all can see that. But these are very, very thick cards. The reason I had to do the upgrade in the larger case and the new motherboard was the fact that the spacing in these is so extreme that even having two slots is not enough. So the motherboard I went with, I don't know if you can see that, is the Z97A USB 3.1, where you have the Crosshair Dominator Platinum 1600 megahertz DDR3. Underneath the Crosshair H100i cooler, we are currently running the Intel i7 4770K, the two Noctua 120s. What I like about this case is it does have the rear 140. At front, we have dual Noctua 140s. And on the bottom, I haven't installed the second one yet, but there's plenty of room. The wire's clear. And then I'm going to put a second 120 down there, but that's another Noctua. On top up here is the third fan. I have it sucking in on the right. I just use the stock 140 millimeter. Ooh. And then that one's in place, and then I got my rad, plenty of room. And then you get your dust filter magnet. Gotta make one for down here. Well, I also upgraded the power supply. Before I had the Crosshair, the AX 760. That's in the other case over there. And I now have the 1200i. Well, I've been very impressed with the benchmarks. When I ran the Passmark software, I was in the 14,000s running the SLI. If you currently look at the website for Passmark, the highest one is 11,000. I was beating it by 3,000. Here is my 3D Mark score. This is the free one from Firestrike. As you all can see what that is right there. That's the top 535 right there. That was taken in April 1st. I was up in the number 1, and then someone beat me a little bit later on. But there's the specs. You can see Z97 USB 3.1. If you look in there, there's the motherboard. We are not running any M.2 in here because of SLI, and you only get 16 PCI Express lanes. The only thing I wish this motherboard had was more SATA inputs. I'm maxed out right now on SATAs. I got one on my optical drive. I got two in the hard drives here, and I got two back here. There's a 500 Samsung Evo, and then there's the Intel 240 SSD, which actually beats the Samsung, believe it or not. Even using its software and enabling its faster speeds. But if you take a look here, there's all the information. Runs any game you want to throw at it right now. There's the rest of my scores. Now if you come down here, you'll see it drop off. That's for single 980 Ti's. And the 20s on Firestrike. So you click here. Oh, that was two cards. Hold on. Where's it drop off? Maybe it was this one. No, two cards. 16,000, there it is. Yeah, one card. But if you look here, these are some of my highest scores when I used to have the GTX 770s. And I was only getting a 12,000. That was terrible. It was good enough to play. Same settings, different motherboard. That's from the Maximus 7 Genie. I got that one on the floor over there, ready to get built back up. But these are nice and quiet compared to my GTX 770 OCs. The three wind force fans on those were extremely noisy. These are way quieter. The bottom one, usually it says fan stop the whole time, and this one here, when you're gaming, it'll kick the fan on. I got a custom curve too. I can show you how loud they are real quick in max. It won't even, there we go. So I set them to manual, and now you can barely hear them. They're set to breathing right now. But definitely recommend 980 Ti's by Gigabyte, the Xtremes. They take a hell of a lot of overclocking, and they run cool, man. Plus I'm happy about the thickness of this top plate here for support. It doesn't look very thick, but it's enough that you don't have much card sag. But with this motherboard you get enough space so that your cards aren't sandwiched together and touching. So I was happy with that. So if you're looking to do 980 Ti Xtremes by Gigabyte, make sure you get adequate spacing, because you're going to need a new motherboard without it. Alright YouTube, till next time, later.